G'day, thanks for tuning in to Oz Tool Talk. Today I'm reviewing Metabo's sliding miter saw, 10-inch sliding miter saw. It's the KGS 254. I'm going to do this one in the shed, even though it's not going to sound and look quite as good, and I do have a nasty cold, but I wanted to show you the saw in its native habitat. So this is it. This saw, first of all, has been provided to us for review by Revolution Industrial, and stay tuned at the end if you're interested in getting this saw, which you probably will be. They have a special deal for Oz Tool Talk watchers. So anyway, straight into the saw. This is their brand new model, and I always associate Metabo with really high quality, premium, simple products. This one, however, just has features coming out of its features. It's really really blown me away. So I'll start by telling you the basics, the stuff that's really important, then I'll tell you all the nifty things. So first of all, the cut capacity of this is advertised at 90 millimeters. Now I actually managed to cut hard timber, this one here, that was actually 94 mil by 190, so it's actually cutting deeper than they claim. So that was quite impressive that it was able to cut even past its capacity. It's got 305 mil width of cut on the slide. When you bring it across to a 45, you've then got 205 of cutting width. On the bevel, which you can see around here, the bevel goes around to 47 degrees. If I put that over on a 45, then it now has a 47 mil depth of cut. So yep, pretty standard, I guess. Well, pretty high, I think, for a 10-inch actually. Pretty good stats for a 10-inch saw. Obviously a 12-inch is going to get you bigger cut capacities, but it's also going to come with a lot of extra weight. I myself am used to having my old 12-inch sliding miter, which I do like, and that can cut a 4x4, whereas the 10-inch can't, but it can cut a dressed 4x4, which is usually down, more like 90 mil by 90, so it can do almost everything that a larger saw can. And this one actually is 1800 watts, which is actually 300 watt more than my old 12-inch, and I can really feel it. This is not a belt driven like my old saw. This is like most modern ones. This is a direct drive, and it's really powerful. I've noticed the power increase, so that's good. This one's really quite made for moving around as well. It's only 17.5 kilos. If I put the saw down here, you can see it's got nice sturdy handles for moving around. You can easily, of course, lock the sliding mechanism or just tighten or loosen it, so it's more comfortable for you very easily. And you can also lock it in place down quite easily, like most saws. It's got the lock, so you can put it down there. So those are basic functions that you're quite used to. I do like the slide. It's a really nice, smooth slide. It didn't come perfectly accurate, with your 90-degree cut out of the box, but I was very quickly able to get it very accurate, just by adjusting the back fence, which was not difficult. So, speaking of the back fence, as you can see, one of the little nifty perks of this saw is that you've got a ruler that goes up to 220 mil on the back there. So for making small cuts reasonably accurately, that's really handy. I really like that. Another nifty feature is that you actually have these extendable arms on the saw, which you release down here and then you pull out. The one on the right actually has this little stopper so that you can get repeat cuts against it over and over. which I used and really liked. So yeah, it goes out to 780 mil in total when you've got both extendable arms out. So I like that. When I used that stopper was when I was making my Kub set, which is an outdoor timber outdoor throwing game. So I'll just show you the set here. So you get these throwing sticks, you throw down the Kubs and then the king. You play against the team who are trying to throw yours down. It's a really fun outdoor game. I recommend it. So anyway, back to the saw. I used it extensively as I was making that, but also on a whole bunch of other projects over about the last month. So what else? Okay, one thing that I'm not as pleased with on this saw is the positive locks on the angle cuts. On these Mitre cuts, it does lock in place at the significant ones like 22.5 and 30 and 0 and such. It's just not quite as positive a stop as I'm used to and as I like. So that's one thing for improvement, but it's really the only one that I could think of actually that I would have improved. You got the your work clamp here, which they all come with, which does the job just fine. This is really cool. You've actually got a depth stop on here. It's much like a router. So what you do is you undo this little screw here, pull this plate out, that one there, and then when you lower the saw, stop is actually going to hit the plate and give you accurate depth adjustment to slide through a piece. It works really well, and I really like it. I've never seen that before, and I've never heard of it on a saw, and it's great. You can almost get like little dado cuts, cut slots and things like that for drawers, all sorts of things. So I really like that. What else? Oh, just a little thing. You've got little knobs there for at the very back, and here for your cable for when you're moving it around. On the top, if I bring this down here, a couple of my favourite things about this are that you have a laser line and a work light, which you can switch on and off as you want. It's got a really nice laser. It cuts really accurately on that laser, so that's really nice. I haven't, my saw doesn't have one of those, so that's a really nice perk. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, this just has so many bells and whistles, and I've really gotten used to them, and I don't want to go back to a basic old saw anymore after having this. And yeah, I really can't speak highly enough. Metabo has a 3-year warranty on their tools, just like on their cordless tools. Being a sliding saw like this, you do need a fairly wide bench. So I've got a 900mm deep bench, and as you can see, I've actually cut out the MDF lining on the wall of my shed, and I get another 50mm behind my bench, and I'm still out the front here on the bench, and in fact the little rubber support under the sliding section here isn't on the bench. So look, I think you really want a decent space for this. You don't need a 900 bench, a 600 bench would be fine, but you do need a good gap behind the saw for that sliding mechanism. So not ideal for a tiny little garden shed, but gee, once you've had a sliding saw, you really can't go back. So yeah. Now this particular saw, as I said, provided to me by Revolution Industrial. Thank you very much to them. They have a deal for Oz Tool Talk viewers only. So I mean, this is already a really well priced saw, 450 odd bucks for a 10-inch slider from a great brand like Metabo. So got to be happy with that already, but they are going to give another 5% off for Oz Tool Talk viewers by using the coupon code OTT. So thank you for them for looking after our listeners like that, and for providing the saw. And yeah, I'm really impressed with the saw, as I said, regardless of who it comes from or where you get it. Please subscribe if you like our channel, and comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I've missed anything. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.